If you're over the age of 30, I need you to get your butt on YouTube. And I mean that from my core. Whatever it is that you're doing, get yourself situated with a YouTube channel. Take it from someone who recently started taking YouTube serious, right? And I don't have any regrets, but I wish that this was a decision that I made sooner. Mind you, I've had this channel from around 2017 and I really wasn't doing anything with the channel until I decided that, it was time for me to build something that is going to last a lifetime, as opposed to try to get, like temporary wins. And by temporary wins, this is what I mean now. I'm someone who's been around in the online space for a little bit over 5 years. I've done Facebook and I've done TikTok, but the bulk of what I have achieved in the online space, it was always me kind of dibbling and dabbling on these social media platforms that had a limited time span in terms of the content that I would put out, right? Let's take Facebook, for example. I could make a post right now and it's going to go in the news feed and it's just going to get lost and it's just going to be pushed to the bottom, right? TikTok, Instagram, pretty much the same. But you see, those platforms, they are not search-based platforms. While I understand that TikTok is becoming a search-based platform, TikTok is not there as yet. But I thought about it and I say, wait a minute, every time that I want to try to learn something, I may go and Google. I normally say I have a bachelor's degree in biology, right? But 9 times out of 10, I'm coming to YouTube and I'm typing in how to XYZ. And even as early as last night, I was on YouTube typing in how to get this machine to work because the manual came with the machine, but for some reason, what the manual is saying, that's not what the machine is doing. So I had to take to my good buddy YouTube to see if anyone had a video or something that was created. So it kind of hit me to say, you know what, man, imagine what's going to happen when someone come across this video and they're getting the information that is relevant to them years from now, as opposed to me sharing the information on another platform that's pretty much a temporary platform. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the other platforms, but where I'm at right now in this particular stage of my life, I think I want to build more stability, especially in the online space, and you should do the same too. If you're sitting on the fence, especially if you're 30 and above, and you're not taking this serious, I'm giving you the boot today and I'm letting you know that you need to buckle up, you need to tighten your laces, and you need to get on YouTube and start taking YouTube seriously. The reason why I'm even encouraging you to do this is for you to understand that, see, every one of us have a voice. Every one of us, we have a God-given purpose. Every one of us have some sort of greatness that we're supposed to do in this world. The quicker you realize that, the quicker you'll stop playing small. Understand, right? Understand that you have so much power that's within you. And what you have to do is tap into that power that's already deposited on the inside of you. We all have a voice. Someone needs your voice. Someone needs your experience. Someone needs your expertise. Somebody is waiting for you to show up just so that they could win. I remember in one of my past businesses, when I was building that and I was being very aggressive in the online space, and I remember when I was going at it my way, but then I experienced a mindset shift, and in experiencing that mindset shift, guess what? I learned how to dive into personal development, as in how to become the better version of myself, or how to operate from a level of where I wanted to be, right? So for example, I had this goal that I written down to say, you know what? I'm going to generate 100,000 US dollars by X date within a year, right? And funny enough, I knocked that goal out the park, but it wasn't so much the goal. It was the fact that, one, I saw it in my mind right here before it even manifested physically, right? The second thing, I did not focus on what the end goal was. What I did was I got wrapped up into the activity, into doing the thing. And the third thing is I didn't let it overwhelm me. I did it fun. I did it in a way where I know, hey, as long as I do certain things, then a particular thing is supposed to happen, or a particular thing is going to happen. Why? Success is systematic. There is a blueprint. There is a step-by-step. And especially if there's a particular person out there that you see them and you want to mimic their success, or you want to achieve some of the things that they have to achieve, what you have to do now is get yourself inside of the room. And in getting yourself inside of the room, It means then that whatever service that person has to offer, whatever coaching, you now have to get yourself into that so that you now could glean in and learn from their wisdom, so that could then help to shortcut your process or your level of success. Why am I telling you to get on YouTube? There's a ton of people that are coming on YouTube and starting today. So much channels are blowing up, and you don't have to necessarily show up as trying to be Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect. The only thing that you have to do is just be yourself. But understand that in being yourself, you're going to work on getting 1% better every single time. And one of my coaches normally say, you work on getting 1% better with each upload. And with each upload, it means that, guess what? You're coming and you're adding massive value. You're sharing life experiences. Whether it is you choose to go down a path where you focus on a particular niche area or a particular thing, you could do that. But by all means, take my advice, and you want to get up off of your butt and you want to get started with a YouTube channel, right? The best time for you to get started was yesterday. That's the past. You cannot do anything about it. The next best time for you to get started is today. Whatever it is that you are doing, or whatever it is, maybe you're procrastinating, or maybe you're feeling some type of way, push that to the side. Just know that there is greatness that is already on the inside of you. And what you have to do is realize that. Imagine you getting started with YouTube, and 2 years from now down the line, you're generating an extra $10,000, as in 10,000 US dollars on a monthly basis, consistently from the videos that you put out today. That's what's possible for you. And I thought about it, right? After doing so many case studies, after going through so many programs, and I said, you know what, Dean, every single time you have to hit the reset button, it's like you are starting over from not necessarily ground zero, but you're starting over. So I said, you know what, this time I'm going to do different. Let me try something that is not like the norm that I've tried, but something that I know that, hey, I could look back and see my growth, even though I could see my growth now. But I could look back and a couple of years from now, I could say, you know what, oh man, I was so terrible at that video, but this video generated me an extra $1,000. Right? Now, when it comes to making money online on YouTube, there is so many different ways that you could monetize YouTube. And no, you do not need a large following. Take it from someone who has generated multiple six figures in the online space, and I'm not an influencer. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers on no platform, right? And to be even frank with you, I don't want hundreds of thousands of followers, right? I just want to connect with the core group of people, my few people that are called for me to be able to be a blessing to them, and vice versa. That's all it is. If any one of you know, there's so many YouTubers that I've come across who, they have a small following. There's this particular YouTuber that I know, and he's from the US, but he moved from the US, and he's what is called a digital nomad. And with him being a digital nomad, he pretty much lives in Turkey, right? And he has a small following on his YouTube channel, but that following generates him an extra $3,000 plus per month. He has a membership going on, he has his coaching going on, and so many different things, right? But he didn't wait for it all to be perfect. All he does is he turns on his camera, he looks at the phone like this, he hits record, and he starts to have that conversation with the phone. And in having the conversation with the phone, the person on the other side that's looking in, that's watching, that's listening in, they get inspired and they say, you know what? This is a voice that I want to hear. This is someone that I want to connect with. This is someone that I want to work with. So you, my friend, I'm telling you that you are no different. There is a calling, or there is a group of people that is out there waiting for you to work with them. You now have to get out of your own way and decide that you are going to go in and give this your best shot. You understand? You could monetize using the affiliate marketing model, using the digital marketing model, using brand deals, so many different things that you could do in the online space. But like I shared earlier, you don't necessarily need a large following. So if you're going to come on YouTube, you have to be strategic about it and say, you know what, you have to have an end goal in mind. And sometimes you might not even know why you even want to get started. And then with you getting started, you figure it out along the way as you go. So what you have to do is just know that, hey, you got to get started before you're ready. And I always say, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started if it is that you want to be great, my friend. If you're looking for a way where you could get up and running on the YouTube space, right, where you could start monetizing right away, I'll leave a link in the description for you where you could check out this business in a box opportunity. Of course, it requires you to make an investment because let's just face it, you're getting started in the YouTube space. You probably don't know what it is that you need to do right now or to monetize. Here's a business in a box opportunity where you could get a digital business franchise, as in a business that is already pre-built, pre-done for you. The only thing you need to do is just come in, get started, turn the lights on, and you have a digital business that you now could be putting out there. While you're putting out your YouTube content, you could be sharing that digital business franchise with your audience, and you could pretty much keep 100% of the commissions. This same digital business franchise, it has allowed me to generate over 10,000 US dollars within my first 40 days. And I'll go ahead and link a video in the description that goes over it in more details. But by all means, check out the business in the box opportunity. All right. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, ensure that you hit that subscribe button so that we could stay connected. And if you watched this video and you got inspired and you got your YouTube channel started, come back to the comment section and let me know you got your channel started and drop the link to your channel so that I could check it out.